What's up, guys? Welcome to Man About Cake. I'm your host, Joshua John Russell, and this is our 1-year anniversary show. Today we're gonna make a retro-inspired painted cherries cake. I'm gonna build a 2-tiered buttercream cake, and we're gonna make our very own template. Let's do it! We're gonna start by breaking down 3 8-inch almond cakes. New recipe. Yeah. This is new garbage cake. By the way, if you guys want any of our recipes, click the I at the top or you can get them from the description box below. It's new garbage cake. You haven't tasted this before. Look at those almonds.
Is it almond flour?
No, it's almonds and some extract. It's good. Just, they can get the recipe. You're not gonna bake it, let them do it.
Does it have almond juice in it?
It does not have almond juice. It has almond milk in it. By the way, guys, we're doing a design contest. So we want you guys, yeah, I'm excited. We want you guys to submit sketches with the hashtag MacFanChallenge on Instagram. And the winner will get a special package from me and the guys, right?
Yep.
And then I'll also recreate the cake on the show.
What?
I know.
You're actually gonna make it?
Well, it depends on what it is. I'm picking the winner.
Okay.
So no likenesses of me, no licensed characters.
Any other rules?
Nothing provocative. Let's keep this PG for the kids.
Overly provocative?
Overly provocative, right?
Can we enter?
Yeah. You're gonna submit the truck with the flames out there. We know what you're gonna submit. I'll know it's yours the minute it comes in. All right, I'm gonna clean up my crumbs and then we're gonna make some cherry buttercream. So I have a little bit of cherry fruit powder here. What this is it's cherries that have been dried and they're pulverized, so it's a real cherry flavor. It's gonna be delicious. And it goes well with almond. There's a recipe. I'm gonna eye this and just kind of wing it, because I'm the only one that has to eat it, right? Unless you guys eat the rest of the cake. They always eat the rest of the cake.
Don't ruin it.
We actually have to hydrate the powder before we put it into the buttercream. So I have melted down a little bit of my buttercream, and we're just gonna add the cherry powder to this. That looks about right. That's my kind of recipe. Taste it. That's really good. All right, now we're gonna fill our cake. All right, first trip to the cooler and then we'll trim the sides. I'm gonna do the crumb coat and final coat in blue buttercream. We're gonna make our very own template for the painted cherries. So I was traveling and I found this chair that I thought was really cool. It had all these painted cherries on it. So I took a photograph of it and put it in my computer. Printed it. Well, first I dialed up. Like, Joshua's actually 85. He just takes really good care of his skin. In the computer machine, let me just start that over. I took a photograph of it, printed it out, and now I'm gonna make a template out of that. But before I use it on modeling chocolate, it would get really greasy, so I'm actually gonna laminate it with some tape. Unless you have a cool lamination machine.
I do not.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you'd whip one out. Whoa, we got one right here. Try to get it as straight as possible with no bubbles or wrinkles. Now we have to do the backside, so I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing. All right, now we can cut it out. So I'm gonna take my sharp blade and I'm just gonna follow the line of the cherries. Now I got a piece of modeling chocolate. This has been processed, so it's ready to roll out. So we're gonna roll it out with our little bands on the side so it's an even thickness, with a little bit of cornstarch. So now we're gonna just add our template that we cut out to the chocolate. It should stick because the chocolate's a little bit tacky. And then we have our cornstarch underneath so we can slide it around and that way it won't stick to the surface that you're working on. We're just gonna cut it out. And we'll just peel our template off. Boom. Now it's time to paint our cherries. I'm excited about it. Can you tell? To paint the cherries, I'm gonna use confectioner's glaze. Because this is chocolate, we need the confectioner's glaze. Because if you paint this with alcohol, it's just gonna beat up because of the fat. So I have a little confectioner's glaze, I have a little bit of the wash. I have powdered green in 2 different colors, and then I have a powdered red. And then at the end, we're gonna add a little bit of the catchlight with a little bit of white, or titanium dioxide, they call it. So I have a tiny brush, and I'm gonna start with the green first. All right, so we're just gonna hydrate the powder a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in and start with my stems. Do our leaves here.
So this is all kind of a retro vibe you're going for here, right?
Yeah, we're going for a retro sort of pin-up vibe. Hence, this girl. Does it look like she's standing?
Right on the table.
I planned it. I planned this. She's like, dee-dee-doo. I don't know. All right, so now I'm gonna add some highlights with a darker color. Need a little more glaze. This stuff dries up very quickly. So this is basically just framing it out. I'm gonna go back with the glaze and wash over it, spread the color out. Gives it that really nice, like, painterly look. So I got a little bit of the thinner, and I'm gonna come through and just sort of move this color around. All right, so now we're gonna do the cherries part here. I'm gonna use a little bit of a bigger brush. Switch these guys around. Same idea, we're just gonna add a little bit of glaze to our red to hydrate it. And then I'm gonna take the wash, move the color around. So it looks pretty good.
How do you know you're done?
You don't, I can noodle this for hours. It looks nice to me. I'm gonna put a little bit of a catch light in there. You could actually go back and outline everything in black too to make it look more illustrated, but that looks pretty good to me right now. So we're gonna add a little bit of catch light to the side of the cherries here. This just insinuates that there's light casting somewhere, and we just use a little bit of white. So I have a little white here. By the way, the glaze is actually going to dry. This stuff has a lot of glycerin in it. The white, it will not dry. So be careful when you're putting these on not to touch the white part.
It won't dry ever?
It will dry, like it will take days to dry.
Glycerin.
All them days go by, it's still not dry. Don't make me laugh, I'm painting. All right, our cherries are done. I'm gonna paint a bunch more of these and then we're gonna put our cake together. I made a second tier and iced it in this nice vintagey sort of mustard yellow color, and we're gonna stack them together with bubble tea straws.
Woo-hoo! See that coming.
All right, now it's time to decorate. I'm gonna grab my cherries and some icing to pipe a border. I put buttercream on the back, but I wanna make sure it completely sticks. So I'm just pushing every little part until it sticks to the buttercream. That's the beauty of modeling chocolate, it still stays soft. Oh, that cherry broke. That's okay, I can actually take this off and still use it, yay! There's nothing wrong with recycling a cherry. A little mustard to go with our cherries. Love mustard and cherries together. So I added one of the cherries to the top with a couple of skewers, and I'll cover those skewers up with modeling chocolate. Now I'm gonna pipe a border on the top and the bottom using both of our colors. And our cherries cake is born. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Man About Cake. If you wanna see a whole nother year of fun cakes, subscribe below, like the video, and leave me a comment to tell me what you guys wanna see in future episodes. Let's cut her. Happy anniversary to us.
Woo!